Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, at Kinguin Pro League 2015 with me, Lothar. We're going to be back for Frezzar versus Thijs. So, in the meantime, are we going to be talking about the cards now or a little
I don't
later?
think so. We
Okay.
we wait for the cards to be prepared
Sure.
for stream.
But
Yeah,
there
but
has
there are some
been
new cards. Yeah.
3 new cards were spoiled, so that was pretty cool by Blizzard. And one of them is actually almost. I mean, I kind of talked about the effect while I was casting Masan versus Strife Crow. Unfortunately, it's not exactly on the body that I'd like it to be, but we're going to be covering those a bit later. That being said, we also we've got the classes that the two players are going to be playing. Frezzar is going to be playing Hunter, Paladin, Rogue, and Thijs is going to be playing Hunter, Warrior, and Warlock.
Hunter, Paladin, Rogue. That's an interesting setup. And Hunter, Warrior. What's going on with the Warrior? I don't get it.
I
Well,
think
Thijs-
Frezzar has a pretty good lineup though against Thijs's.
think
I'd
so?
venture to say that. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good one. Paladin can beat Warrior. Hunter can beat Warrior. Rogue is weak versus Warrior, so that's one of the angles he's got covered. But Rogue does pretty well against mid-range Hunter, and the Warlock can be handled by one of the 3 classes at a pretty, it's a kind of a coin flip at that point.
I don't think Thijs will play a mid-range Hunter, you know? He's more of a face Hunter type of player.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So
Frezzar is going to be queuing his Paladin into Thijs' Warlock for the first game, but I really wanted... Really, he's more of a face hunter player?
Yeah, he is.
Interesting.
Thijs is a player that wants to take advantage of every type of archetype of deck. So if he thinks that against a specific player, something will be really good, then he will pick it regardless of his playstyle, right? And
Okay.
in this case, he most likely predicted that there will be a rogue and probably another class that will be weak to face hunter, and he played a lot of face hunter in previous tournaments and streams also. So I predict that this will be a face hunter.
Well, there's a Paladin and a Rogue, so his call on bringing face hunter is probably pretty accurate there. And if it ends up facing off against mid-range hunter, then it gets the edge. Obviously, all
Yep.
those hunter mirror matches are all about racing up, and that's one of the metagame clock. You know how long it takes for the metagame to reset itself in Hearthstone. It's one of those topics that I'm really interested in. It's one of those things that I should be gathering data for eventually, but I'd like to see just how long, because there's a lot of decks in Hearthstone. Compared to like even Magic the Gathering, the meta clock is a bit faster in MTG, whereas for Hearthstone it feels like it's really slow. You're going to see a lot of cycles before everything kind of resets itself, and I'd like to see how long it takes before you get mid-range hunter and then face hunter comes in, and then the counter to that comes out. Like how long it takes before you end up with mid-range hunter dominating again. It's probably going to be in a metagame with druids, so the amount of time that takes is going to be pretty slow.
I kind of disagree with you when you said that the metagame in Hearthstone is kind of slow. I think it's insanely fast. It's if you don't play for a week, you can be out of the metagame completely.
Yeah, but that's what I mean is like the amount of cycles more so than the speed, because obviously you accelerate it. Anyway, that being said, the game, I got lost again and sidetracked into my Hearthstone miscellaneous thoughts. So we see Handlock versus Paladin. That's a pretty decent matchup for I almost want to say both players, but I like Paladin's chances in this one.
It all depends on the draws and how many equalities is Paladin playing.
That communist. Filthy communist. Get out of my game.
Well, Thijs has to play the Watcher this turn or tap.
Yeah, I think tap is want to get that Mountain Giant for 3 mana, and then coin out a 2-drop potentially. Can you get Watcher
or
and
now
coin?
it's a Dark Bomb. That's also cool.
Yeah, you Dark Bomb the 1/1.
Yeah, that's so important.
Well, yeah, I mean it's gonna become a 3/3 anyway, so you might as well just kill it now.
Second, I think there will be a second Master for Battle now.
To battle, well, you're forcing a Hellfire if you do that. The thing is, you really don't have a good follow-up, so I think playing it a bit passively and hoping to get that 2-minion Quartermaster might be just enough. But I mean, that Muster for Battle Quartermaster is so weak to Hellfire. Probably the biggest.
But there's no
weakness of-
Hellfire.
Yeah, luckily for him.
So Thijs will probably go for the giant play because why not, right?
Yeah, I can't see why not. I mean, it's also pretty good that there's a zombie chow that's gonna die. He's gonna get himself a recovery for the life tap, and the board control that the zombie chow is providing for the pally here is not exactly relevant. That's the strength of it.
Well, he has to think
using
about
board
the
control, but it
quartermaster,
doesn't do
right?
much.
Because,
Yeah.
Frezzar has two answers. One is the peacekeeper, and the second one is the quartermaster. I don't think he would sacrifice the minions to just kill the giant, because why would you do that if you have a peacekeeper? But leaving a 1/8 on the board to kill all of those 1/1s is kind of annoying, and you don't want to leave your master for battle with quartermaster until turn 8, because there are so many draws in between those turns to get that hellfire that is needed against that.
Well, he's gonna be trying to whittle away at the giant's health, but get it down a little bit.
Well, Thijs can unsilence the giant.
He can silence the giant. What I don't understand is exactly.
What I meant with unsilence.
Like I don't understand this. How does so you make the giant follow the rules, but then you silence the giant in general,
and you say break the rules.
Yeah, but that's what I don't get. Is usually the rule is be silent, but in this case, it gets reversed. So I'm not sure. I guess Iron BKL and all their Peacekeeper have different objectives in life. Seems to be pretty obvious to me. Wow. Quartermaster would be nice, but it's way too early, isn't it?
Well, if you had two Quartermaster, I think that's the best.
Yeah.
Best
with the second one.
When you can get those.
Yeah, the fact that he's got a second one is a really big deal here. Shadow Flame value, boys. Okay, there's no Shadow Flame, unfortunately.
That doesn't look good for Thijs.
It's not bad. You got two heal bots. You got time.
He really needs the AoE, like at least one.
Yeah, I agree. You know, when the zombie chai, that was.
Oh, Twilight Drake. That's quite a good drop.
Yeah.
So now you kill the zombie chai.
Zombie chai. Yeah, you want to kill that chai. That's what they tell me at Starbucks.
So that's your name? Hi. What's your name?
Hi.
Zombie chai. Please write it up.
Can I get a chai, please? So I'm trying to figure out here if, without an AoE, Thijs can... I mean, he's got 16 health with just the heal bots. I can't really see him being too worried. The decision to keep the Owl was probably in light of a Sylvanas or Tyrion play, which makes way too much sense, in fact. But
I'm wondering how many Owls he plays. Because, against Paladin, you want to get 2 of those.
Yeah. There's multiple scenarios where you can get value out of them, so definitely a good thing to have around. So he didn't see the Shadow Flame, so he's going to assume it's not there.
That's not looking good for Thijs.
I think Thijs has to Iron Beak Cal, Sylvanas, and coil that. I mean, it's not bad, actually. You go Iron Beak, coil, and then you can even play Dark Bomb, but then you have to deal with Tyrion.
Yeah, and how do you deal with Tyrion?
So Coin Dark Bomb also is a pretty solid play in this position. Actually, this puts him in a really nice position.
If he top decks an Owl, and he's golden.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that was close.
Yeah.
That was awkwardly close.
That Dr. Boom might be awkward.
You have to take it. You have to try it, but then if you get a 1/1, you have no BGH in your hand, you've got no Aldor.
Now you just slam Tyrion and that's it. I don't think there's another option. You want to get that weapon as soon as possible, I think. Well, Master of Battle with Quartermaster is kinda okay-ish too. You know that there's no AoE, so yeah, it might be better.
Well, taking 5 damage from the Drake is no problem if you're going to wipe the board, and since he didn't see any AoE, I don't think he's worried about either of them.
Yeah, you're right. That was much better.
Yeah.
So now Thijs has to be put into the defensive mode. But I'm not sure if you can...
I think you attack
Skip
the
or
3-3,
draw.
then you coil. You have to coil, see if you find a Hellfire or something. You can even tap if you find one of those AoEs. Man, no AoEs for him, unfortunately.
That's not good.
That's not what he wants to see. More watchers just gonna be watching Thijs die. Well, he's gonna take a hit for the team at the very least. And he's not even playing into MC Tech, so that's not too bad either.
Anti-Killbot, that's that card. Well, maybe not that card, because you will get a lot of face damage from that. 3-1 Defender Vargas. What? If
all the damage the Paladin took was from self-inflicted damage.
Yeah, it's like a flagellation.
I need penance for top decking everything.
Penance, that was a card in WoW TCG for Paladin.
That was a card in the alpha. It was a 3 mana, 3 damage, 3 health, and they removed it because it was a better drain life. And you know what they did afterwards? They made a Dark Bomb that is an objectively worse. Oh my!
Oh look, there's a Hellfire.
That is great. Yeah, so Dark Bomb is an objectively worse Frostbolt, but initially I think they wanted to not make an objectively better drain life for priests. So now that argument falls out of the window. They apparently are okay with cards having objectively better versions of other classes cards, and I'm quite happy with that.
Because the classes are not equal to each other. Yeah,
exactly. You know, there's Hunter at the top, and then Druid, and then is that lethal?
MC Tech value.
Yeah, you can get that sweet Watcher.
12.
Yeah. No, I was just asking if it was.
So you play a Knife Juggler and you get a free knife from the MC Tech, right?
Yeah, that'd be a good play. You start with the Juggler. I can't see why not. But he's going to actually wait. 6/6. No, you can't. If I would play the Juggler first. I don't know why not. I'm curious to see if he's not gonna play it. Probably just afraid of the boom bots. You know, if the knife hits a boom bot and things go wrong, then.
And how can it go wrong? It can only be killed by the Quartermaster can only be killed by that.
Now my question is Frezzar going to be playing it slow by trading into Dr. Boom, or is he just going to go full face with everything?
Well, he didn't see the Shadow Flame, so
yeah,
based
he
on
hasn't
that,
seen anything yet.
He was. I think he will just go face with everything because he knows there's no Shadow Flame, there's no Hellfire. He is thinking about Molten Giants because he didn't see 2 cards from the left side of Thijs being played at all. But still, he is not in a bad spot even with 2 Molten Giants, unless they're both taunted.
Exactly, unless they're both taunted up by a remaining Suntree Protector, he'd be fine. Well, that's a Hellfire. I think you have to Hellfire anti-Killbot here. You really can't afford not doing so, right?
Do you do the Hellfire first or anti-Killbot first? No, that doesn't make any sense. Sorry, I'm off the game too today.
you attack Tyrion, then you attack Tyrion, then you coil your own Dr. Boom, and then you Hellfire.
Nice play. Why not coil bomb to increase the chances
of not taking damage? Yeah, it's a great play.
We are worth of each other. I wanted to play Hellfire after anti-Killbot. You wanted to Mortal Call your own minion.
Oh man, Swagneros.
4 points of damage. What a surprise!
Damage mitigated. That's pretty sweet though. That's the best he could hope for.
Yeah, that would be lethal.
Yeah. Actually, wait. That's a lot of damage still. He's gonna be needing that health back to back.
Yeah.
At least there's not gonna be any more bursts from Pally. He's got, all the damage he has is 5. Oh, Belcher.
Or that's not bad.
Actually, you know what? Thijs could stabilize in this position. It seems a little iffy because he does have to, he's got 3 charges of Ashbringer to deal with and 2 of the True Silvers, but the moment he finds
needs
taunts...
a Shadow Flame.
Yeah. The moment he finds taunts, he's going to be fine. Like Shadow Flame with Sylvanas, get that board under control. Hopefully the Watcher deals a bit... yes, tanks the knife. That's exactly what he wanted to see, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh, he's trading?
I don't think so. Unless you plan on top decking Leon hands. I don't think that's a play you make.
No, you just go
you
face. You didn't see any Molten Giants, you didn't see anything.
Yeah, you would have
Thijs.
seen that. You would have seen
Yeah.
that already. Oh man,
No way.
I
That
can't
was-
believe that. Okay, well he's gonna hope that he was gonna play the board game for some reason.
I don't get it. Second Hellfire. That doesn't do anything.
Well, it takes away 3 damage, but you deal 3 to everything, including
So
yourself. So
basically, that's
effectively, you're
the
doing
same.
nothing. Yeah.
So you just YOLO rag and kill the Knife Juggler or the Belcher.
I think you have to find a taunter, and he doesn't find a taunter, so I believe
That's the
he's
end.
just gonna have to heal bot. No, I think he still lives with heal bot. He mitigates the entire board damage, and he just takes 5 from the Ashbringer.
Well, okay, you're right.
And then he got 1 turn to find that Shadow Flame with Sylvanas and steal the slime. That's what he wants right now. That's exactly what he wants, and the BGH comes out, no help for the
So
Paladin. You know
that's
what?
so funny.
Is he really
He's
gonna
trading
trade
what?
again? You've got to be kidding me.
No way, that's happening.
I don't. No.
He would have already
Frezzar.
won. If he would attack-
Frezzar!
If he would attack face last turn, he would have 12, right? So 7, so he would have
His
won.
opponent would be dead in theory,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, he's gonna go face this time. A knife tank here for the
One
anti-heal
turn too
bot.
late.
There's really no healing for Thijs.
Belcher. Wow. Well,
That
that's,
is- Actually,
well, you can play Belcher, Twilight Drake and Belcher.
you attack the Belcher, then you Hellfire, then you play Sludge.
You're still dead.
Are you?
Yes, because there's a slime and a mini bot.
Oh,
and
the mini
there's a
bot
one,
and the
one
Ashbringer,
charge for
yeah.
the weapon.
Never mind. The Belcher's gonna go down unless Frezzar doesn't see it. But I doubt he's not. I mean, it's a pretty obvious 5-2-1.
Exactly lethal.
Oh, well, never mind
consecration.
that. Anybody needs that. Just get a concept. And
Denied.
Thijs concedes, so Frezzar is going to be getting the win with the Paladin deck. Playing well
Against
against
Warlock.
Thijs. Yep,
So
it's a pretty good matchup.
He basically what he achieves with this round is that the fact that he escaped with the paladin from the hunter.
Yep. Definitely, by locking that Paladin out of the way, he's not going to have to face, as you said, a hyper-aggressive hunter. He doesn't want to face that. So definitely good for Frezzar here.
Mm-hmm. That's very important for Frezzar, and from what we have got information that Frezzar will switch now to hunter, and based on what is else left for Frezzar, so hunter and rogue, I think that Thijs might use a warrior now.
If Thijs has face hunter, he could have switched to it though.
Well, yeah.
I think I would have considered going face hunter with this. If I'm expecting my opponent to play mid range and rogue, I just pick up my face hunter and just win both matchups. But I guess it might not be face hunter,
That's not
or he
bad, no.
expected his opponent to go into rogue. If he expected his opponent to go into rogue, then control warrior makes a lot more sense. It's pretty much an auto win, right? If you're warrior in this position, it's so hard for the rogue to find the
most of the
kill
time,
damage.
yes. Unless rogue really has a great curve with Violet Teacher on turn 4 or turn 3 if there's a coin, or maybe someone switches back to a Shadow of Naxxramas in rogue.
Right, which we haven't seen any of for a long time at least. I haven't seen much of it. I've seen some people try it out here and there, but it's not enough. Used to be pretty popular for a while though. Curious if we're gonna see more of that.
Well, we know that Frezzar will play Hunter, Thijs will play Warrior. And so we'll be jumping into the game shortly. And now your prediction. Frezzar, which kind of Hunter does he play?
I'd pin him. I've seen mid range from him. I don't know about face, but I mean I wouldn't be surprised if he switched up his game. There are so many decks in the metagame right now, and face and mid range are both kind of at the top of the metagame in general. They're both up there. They're fighting off each other, and surprisingly, the more mid range there is, the more face there is. So it's kind of a cycle until somebody decides to switch. the gears around as far as the metagame's concerned.
Well, there's a scumbag wolf rider.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty obvious sign that it is, in fact, the aggression. I mean, after Face Hunter, I'm still not sure what's the best.
Doomsayer.
Oh man, Thijs, thank you.
Interesting.
Yeah, you just that's awesome.
Makes sense also. Also good against droids.
Yeah, you put it down before the innervate play. You're like,
yeah, of
oh
course.
wait, what?
You counterspell the innervate.
You put it down on turn 3 for Dr. Boom. I think that's a pretty obvious thing. Now Thijs has no information as to what type of hunter Frezzar is playing. There's been no Leper Gnome.
Not turn 2 play.
Yep.
I mean by that, no Fear Winx.
Fire War Axe is one of the most important cards.
So you didn't see
the most one.
You didn't see the weapon on turn 2, so I think you should go with the Knife Juggler instead of the weapon.
Well, you can play Doomsayer now to force your opponent to either waste quote-unquote damage on this, or give yourself a bit more time by having him just not play any minions. So he's just gonna ignore it. Yeah, the Face Hunter strikes again. Hero Power Trap. Full face engaged. So he gets probably a freezing
second
trap.
trap, yeah.
Yep, that's a freezing trap. I guess it's one. I mean, he's got 2 freezings, 1 explosive at the least, from what we see. So I could be sniper misdirection, but I doubt it. One day, maybe.
So, Sludge Vulture is a big stop sign for the hunter, but when you have a freezing trap, you're kind of not worried about anything.
Yeah,
you
I
have
mean,
to push for damage. That's the problem. And the warrior will just not attack with his minion unless he puts another minion on board.
Yeah, for the longest time, he's got no incentive to attack at all. What if it's Snake Trap? Oh man.
Well, you check. No, you can't check first.
Yeah, you can't. That's the problem. You've got a Cruel Taskmaster, so it wouldn't even be that bad, I guess.
Probably.
Does Frezzar play a snake? No, there is no snake.
So
no
he knows
snake
it's
in the
explosive
grass.
trap. And I mean, he knows it's explosive trap and he knows it's freezing trap. So I'm kind of, well, the Taskmaster would be really great against any other minion than Mad Scientist, because then Mad Scientist is buffed for attack, and the Depth Spite would kill the Sludge Belcher then.
You know what though? Like Frezzar has to start using his weapon for removal. That's one thing we know, because I mean this Sludge Belcher will not attack, so you have to take the matters into your own hand.
And now he can attack with the little slime because it's a 1 cost mana minion, I think. And
he doesn't even care, and he can even play Dr. Boomerino afterwards.
Oh yeah, well, okay. But now we can ignore the fact that you have the freezing trap. Maybe you don't want to buff the weapon, so you deny like 3 points of damage.
I don't think he attacks face, because otherwise you're playing into explosive for no reason.
Yeah.
And freezing trap comes out. You know what? If he attacks the spider, it pops the spider and the boom bots, and the 1/1 spawn before the boom bots explode. So
That's true.
Oh man, there's a lot of damage coming up. Good thing Thijs has his Alex Strauss. If things go wrong, that's gonna be a game
Alex
saver.
Strauss and two
double
Shield
shield
Maiden.
maiden. Yeah.
And Sludge for 3 points of mana.
Yeah. And Swagner Rose for damage to the face without having to attack and trigger freezing traps. You know, that's actually as good a hand as it's gonna get, right?
Oh, that's interesting. And 4 points of damage from the bomb. Quite
To the 1/1.
surprising again. Boom.
Uh-oh.
Freezing trap.
Do you really? Oh man, this is gonna be a great Death Bite Ragnaros turn. I can feel it.
And you don't attack face. Because why would you? There's no
why would
point
you?
in
Well,
attacking. Oh wow, shields block.
actually, you could just play Shield Maiden if you wanted, but I think just popping that, you could attack face and
if
just
you
Shield
attack
Maiden hero
face,
power.
and Shields Maiden, then you practically push push Hunter into attacking the Shields Maiden to deny the Shields Maiden value from freezing trap.
Exactly. So you're effectively mitigating another 5 damage with it. So effectively she's giving you 10 health, but alternatively you can push for damage right now with Ragnaros, you know, drop heavy bombs.
I think
You're at risk of getting comboed down with stuff like Arcane Golem or Beasts and Kill Commands over the next few turns. But I mean, you've got your Alex Straza. If things go wrong, he has to be calculating now.
even if Alex Straza is not enough, you got Shields Maiden and Shield Block. That's like 10 points health gain. So I really like this. And Shields Maiden goes down, which will kind of force what we already talked. He does. Well, okay, maybe Unleash the Hounds with Abusive Sergeant would be better. Or just Wolf Rider into Shields Maiden, then face into the Warrior Armor.
Well, this is not a position you want to be in as Face Hunter.
No, definitely not.
Like, there's way too much on the board. You don't want to return the Shield Maiden to the hand. There's no way. It's way too much damage you have to go through. That's 2.5 hero powers, and your opponent can mitigate your own with his own hero power, and he drops bombs in the meantime. It's just not happening.
So you go face with everything.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't think you have a choice.
He goes to trade.
Okay, that's when you put down a Wolf Rider here instead of using your hero power, you're putting your opponents on a guaranteed clock. You're telling him, you know what, I have to put you on a clock now, and if you've got follow-ups, so be it. And I think this is not a bad turn for just a Shield Maiden Cruel Task. Could you try that out, or is there another line of play you prefer?
I think I agree. Shields Maiden, maybe Shield Block,
Slime.
Shield Block and Slime Taskmaster.
Yeah, that's the other line of play I was seeing, or Death's Bite, Slime, Cruel Task as well. There's many lines of play that I like here for Thijs, but none that I like for Frezzar. Reason being, he's got no lines of play. Ha ha ha. So I'm not exactly sure how he's gonna get out of this one. I mean, he's got to get lucky, and even that's not enough.
He has to attack into everything. I mean, everything into the face. There's no way winning the game without that.
Yeah, even then, I don't even see how you're supposed to.
Well, you just push all the buttons.
Smash the keyboard!
Yeah, you face roll through keyboard.
Okay, I get it. So just another Face Hunter day then?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got exactly 9 points of mana for exactly 9 points of cards with hero power. So
that's great.
He's trading? What? Well, okay.
Oh, hello. No, you don't. Do you need that at all?
No, you don't need that at all. So you just... I think you might just drop...
Well, actually, what if you have fun and you just attack face with Dr. Boom and then you brawl? Like...
Nah.
And then you Death's Bite. To kill whatever comes out of the Shredder. I think I like that. That's cool.
You attack with Shields Maiden. You bump it back, right? Then you get attack with Dr. Boom, so you put your opponent at 16. You can play Ragnaros and hero power. Most likely you will get 3, 7, 9, 10, 12, 16 points of damage, maybe 17 points of damage, so it will be 2 off lethal. And you have a big chance of winning the game next turn.
Next turn, yeah. The only way for the Hunter to win would be to draw 2 cards, get a kill command, then something else.
Yeah, and
your Rag would have to hit face. Exactly.
Yeah. And if it hits face, then you basically win almost surely the next turn.
Yeah. Well, Thijs is being very careful.
Okay.
And he goes for the brawl play, probably with a Death's Bite to take care of that 2-drop. But the brawl animation is taking its time. And he just puts down a slime, and oh my god, a 4-mana slime.
But he didn't get the hero power up, because the slime was for 4 mana.
Dr. Boom comes down for the Hunter here. Actually, that's a bit annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So how do you deal with that? Now you
thought,
have to
oh
no,
my god.
Now you have to drop. You kill the Doctor Boom. You play Death's
Yeah.
Fight. You play Shields Block and Armor Up and go face.
Full face?
Yeah. Well, you still see what's going on with your draw, that's for sure.
What if you just play Ragnaros, execute the Dr. Boom, and execute the Mana Wraith, sorry?
You have a lethal guaranteed unless there will be an animal companion.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing that can be done here unless Misha comes out.
Yeah.
That Grommash is going to be enabled too easily, and you're not even...
Unless both bombs
kill you.
Yeah,
I was going to say. What if they both do? Would that even kill you? I don't think it would.
They kill the Grommash. Grommash is at 8, right? After the Whirlwind.
If that happens, I'm just going to sell my family.
How many members is that?
I don't know. Do you include the extended family as well?
Yeah, because you want to get as many camels as you want as you can.
Then I guess that's about 31.
Okay.
At the very least. Those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head. Well, if the Boom bots do what they have to...
If there will be 8 points of damage to Grommash, I don't know, man.
Never lose faith. And it didn't hit. Otherwise, we would have seen Grommash disappear from this board. And oh my!
Wow, that was close.
That was a close call. Boom Boss, not MVP in this case. Frezzar's Face Hunter falls down before Control Warrior, so that's not exactly what he wanted to face. But Thijs locks down a win with his Warrior, so that's pretty solid for him. His worst matchup was pretty much already out of the way anyway, with the Paladin having won on the first game. So that leaves Frezzar again with his Hunter and his Rogue, and Thijs has the ability to play his Hunter or his Warlock. So this might come down to a Hunter versus Hunter, Face Hunter match.
Frezzar will play Hunter.
Okay. So it's all about Thijs.
Yeah, we'll get the information about Thijs in a second. Oh, Thijs will play Hunter.
Okay.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, who gets the Knife Jugglers that hit well?
And who gets the Mad Scientists with explosive traps?
Although Frezzar was running 2 freezing traps, right?
Yeah,
so that's going to be a little...
I don't think that's beneficial in the Face Hunter matchup.
I don't think it's that great, but we'll have to see exactly how that pans out. I just feel like Unleash denies that a bit too effectively. But then again, there's an upside to that, which is you're getting extra Eagle Horn bow charges if you get the bow.
Well, you have to get the bow, right?
It's a pretty tricky setup, but I mean, it's guaranteed to get yourself an extra potential 6 damage from those 2 extra traps, so that could be important in this matchup. But ultimately, I don't think that's the kind of card you want to be having if you're playing against an Aggro Hunter. And Frezzar, again, there's a Leroy in Frezzar's deck. Well, with Unleash the Hounds, I think it just makes sense, the same way that it did a long time ago.
Yeah, nothing changed here. Okay, those are not bad draws for both players, I think.
Yeah, I
would.
The
Arcane Golem is awkward, but still not bad. Haunted Creeper is a great answer to the Leper Gnome.
Yeah, and I think it's amazing even with the Knife Juggler if you want to play into that. You're getting 2 extra little knife hits. I don't think it's going to get better for this Knife Juggler.
If you hit twice the spiders, then the spiders can kill the Knife Juggler, and that's not good.
Well, either way, they're going to be trading away because of the Abusive Sergeant. I don't think he'll ever make the mistake of not trading that away. It's too dangerous.
What about a bow and kill the Knife Juggler, and then you kill one of the spiders and spam 2 minions?
I don't dislike that line of play. You're setting up the bow.
Yeah.
I really do like that a bit better even than maybe Abusive. It's just that phase damage is dangerous.
Next turn is really fine with your actual with your current card. So you Abusive Sergeant, Tracking, and Hero Power, most likely, unless you get something more interesting in the draw or the tracking.
Yeah, I do like that. I mean, it curves pretty well on 4, and Frezzar finds an Animal Companion off the top. He's gonna have to roll and see what he finds there. I'm not exactly sure what he wants to get in this position, but I suspect a Misha or anything goes. Huffer is probably one of the better ones.
Oh no way.
Good. Every day he's Huffering. Well, there's a new
Unleash
target for
the
that abusive
hounds.
sergeant then.
Yeah. So you're tracking first.
What are you looking for? Just a leopard gnome, I guess, maybe. To weave with your hero power. I guess it depends what you see. I mean, you're not looking for anything, but you pick up whatever's best.
I think one of the best choices might be maybe Mad Scientist.
Mad Scientist or Juggler are both kind of good. Oh, man. Counter pressure coming from Thijs.
I really like that play. Now he will trade the 1-1 with the Huffer and go face for 4 points of damage, because I think he will... Maybe he should use the weapon, because he plays 4 weapons most likely, right?
Not every face hunter plays 4 weapons. A lot of people have been cutting either 1 glaive Zuka or 1 bow. It's a pretty common, difference in the deck list, but it's not uncommon to see 4 of them either. So definitely possible. Man, is that gonna be? Is he gonna be forced to trade away his Wolf Rider into the Arcane
I think
Golem?
so.
When you're playing the trading game in a mirror match face hunter, you're the one who's losing the game.
Not exactly, I wouldn't say so, but at some point of the game, you have to trade something, but most likely you will use your Unleash the Hounds for that.
Oh my god, he's just gonna go full counter aggro. And now Thijs is gonna be scared of what's coming out.
What up? So you ignore the board? Oh, Glaive Zuka, that's
And
nice.
Glaive Zuka.
So I think you just Glaive Zuka, Unleash the Hounds, go face with everything?
The drawback of that is that Mad Scientist popping an explosive trap would just lose you the board right away.
There were 2 freezing traps, and Thijs saw that. So
how long do you give yourself to trigger it? To check for it? Because it's a 50-50 at this point, right?
You can also make Unleash the Hounds, Glaive Zuka, kill the Mad Scientist, check for freezing trap on Leper Gnome, and then you... I don't know.
Lose the board
So
if it's explosive. Yeah.
What's going on? Well, you attack first with the Arcane Golem, right?
You really can't afford having that thing be... I don't even think you check for the trap. You let him trade, because he's going to make the trade anyway, right? He's on like 9 health against you.
Yeah, you're right.
So if he doesn't trade, he's dead. He needs to find the explosive trap as well.
Silence the Mad Scientist now.
Great play.
Freezing trap.
What is this?
I bet it's freezing trap. I don't even want to check it. It's more exciting this way.
Okay. Well, if you say so, I'm done with that. I'm okay with this. If he doesn't play anything, that is probably explosive. Yeah.
He goes with the Wolf Rider.
He's gonna raise his freezing trap for sure then. Oh yeah, and it is. So you...
Whoa, so he did draw 3 weapons. It's kind of useless. So now you have to track...
Track into kill command. Easy life.
Why wouldn't you do this? Because you would have won.
Yeah, right away.
Yeah.
I guess...
Now he did it.
And he finds nothing he really wants here. I guess you want to huff her somewhat.
Yeah, Animal Companion might be good.
What if it let you pick Worgen Infiltrator and Leper Gnome or Animal Companion?
Then I would have picked 2 minions.
2 1 drops. Yeah. Let's see what comes out of this, and it's a Huffer. Alright, so counter Hufferino gives the lethal to Thijs, I think, with the Glaive Zuka and Hero Power, so that is going to be game.
Slight misplay with not playing the tracking first, though.
Yeah, not a huge deal in this case, but it's something you want to make.
If he would draw a kill command instead of that Animal Companion, that would be like, wow, that's bad.
Yeah, he would have felt a little awful about it, right? Because he just, threw away the beast through kill command, and that would have felt a little awful to him. But for all we know, he's got the no kill command deck list, and it wasn't actually a misplay. I'd love to see that one day. Maybe he's playing Nightblades instead. One can dream. So
Nightblades.
Frezzar still hasn't won with his Hunter. He lost a second game with it, so he's gonna have to go up against Thijs' Warlock, I think.
Yeah, you're right. And Thijs will have to play Warlock, and with the Face Hunter, well, you're kind of in a good position, but with the introduction of anti-heal bots, Warlock gained a really strong ally in the Hunter match.
It's the best way. It's kind of like a shield maiden, essentially. You know how that big body really... The amount of health you have to go through, if they've removed your board during the game, it's even tougher. The difference is Warlocks don't get the ability to snowball their armor gain during the early phases. They lose health. So if they don't, even if they find them, sometimes you can steal the games away from them. So it's all going to be about that ramp up aggression from the hunter onto the warlock.
So we'll see. Like Mortal Coils are an MVP, Dark Bombs are MVP. Well, maybe not Dark Bombs. Mortal Coils for sure.
Yeah, Mortal Coils is definitely.
Ancient Watcher with Sun Fury or whatever. Molten Giants if you got a Sun Fury.
Alright.
Okay, so we got the information that Frezzar had some problems, so we won't see him for now. Maybe that will change in the future. Okay, so what do you do on turn 2? Do you put the aggression mode on and just drop the owl and silence your Ancient Watcher? I think so.
Yeah, I think you don't really have the choice.
It's like innovating a Yeti.
Yeah, kind of actually. A bit better because it's got charge.
And it's a bit better because you spawn a 2-1 with the innervate.
Alright, so we should be seeing the hand soonish, and there it is, alright. So Knife Driller comes out. That's not bad. You're gonna get.
Yeah, that's not bad. This is the second time with that, with this situation.
Look at that Dark Bomb Mortal Coil. It's a good time to play that. You're getting yourself a good card draw.
Yeah, your first Mortal Coil, that's for sure.
Yep.
Mountain Giant, that's one of the weakest draws you could have gotten in this matchup. And you kill the Spectral, you deny the Abyssal Surgeons? No, you just raise the Hunter. That's how you win against the Hunter. You just raise the Hunter.
Interestingly enough, though, it's one of those things where a lot of people tend to play too defensively when they play. Oh man, 12 damage,
points of damage from the Ancient Watcher. Quite good for a 2-mana card.
Yeah. Reminds me of Lepronome. No, when you don't check Lepronome and it attacks you 25 times.
Oh, that's like 50 points of damage, and then it's killed, and you get additional 2, so it's 52. I will get some work. And how important is double command?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just like, insane in this position.
You always want that against a warlock.
Yeah, it's the one thing you want because the problem is you lack reach once they've got you under control. So
now you have twin Belchers. So you drop this one right now, and then next turn a Belcher with a Mortal Coil.
Yeah. We'll see how things go, but I suspect it's going to be a pretty obvious kill command unless he finds something else, and he doesn't find something else. Well, he finds a pretty good 3 attack, though.
Use the Wolf Rider instead?
Sacrifice it, you mean?
Yeah. What about it? To keep the reach in your hand.
But you would have lost
that
the
makes
potential.
Sense.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, definitely.
Well, the second Belcher is like a stop sign for the Hunter again. And there's no beast.
So kind of an annoyance, actually. Yeah.
It's a big really annoyatron.
Well, Wolf Rider trade with the Mad Scientist and the 2-1, but that's like a 3-for-1 for that Belcher. Although you are getting a trap, so it's really not that bad.
It's a freezing trap, man. That will just pop the Farseer right back into his hand. I don't get the idea of playing Freezing Trap in Face Hunter, man.
I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe too many druids, but then again, force of nature, so who cares? And look at that. Oh man. That might be game next turn for the Warlock, actually.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sludge Belcher acted like a anti-killbot, basically.
Yep.
Even better, because it traded for the cards.
Yeah, it forced the opponent to deal with the... Well, I guess Healbot is a bit better because you get the extra body on top of the 8 health, whereas Belcher is effectively 7 damage mitigation. But the thing is, it doesn't kill things. So, for that reason, Healbot is... I mean, Belcher is obviously a tiny bit more relevant. Now, let's see, what is that trap?
Let's see. If that's an explosive trap, it's not so bad, to be honest.
Wait. What if... oh, man.
Now you trade you attack first into Arc and Golem, right? Yeah.
7, 8.
Freezing Trap. Okay, so now you know you got 6.4, 3, 10, 11. You got 11 points of damage, and if you hit hit the bomb for 3 points of damage, you win.
Yeah.
For 2, right?
2. Well, no, 7, 8. He doesn't have enough.
So
no, even then,
damage.
Hellfire doesn't even kill him. He needs a lot more. A little bit more.
Right. No. How many points? You got 2 bombs. So you attack face with both.
Yep.
And then you play bomb and Hellfire and you win. If your bombs don't hit for double snake eyes. And that's what he goes for. Nice.
If that whiffs. Oh, never mind. It never whiffs. Well, Frezzar's Hunter, a weak link of his lineup, apparently, because he just lost 3 games in a row, I think, with that deck. Warrior took it out, the Face Hunter from Thijs took it out, and the Warlock even took it out. So that was really difficult streak of games from Frezzar, and that is Thijs' first match win in this entire league. So he's got to be a little happy to break the curse of KPL. Definitely. So that puts him at 1-2, and Frezzar, I think, is looking at 0-4, unless I'm mistaken.
Let me check it. I'm not
pretty rough,
sure, but I think that might be the case.
Yeah, he is 0-4 right now. That is a really rough start for Frezzar. This is not at all where he wants to be.
Not looking good for them. Definitely
not at all.
Well, RDU will have the same stress ahead of him because he's 0-3 and he meets Dog, which is who is 3-0. So
that's a big game to win. I mean, Savich was in the same position just this Tuesday, and he won a game, so he went 1-3. Won a match, that is. I mean, I think he won against Frezzar even. So Frezzar lost against Savich was 0-3.
No. Frezzar. Oh wait, right. Yeah, you're right.
Frezzar lost against Savich on Tuesday, and playing again against Thijs this Thursday, he loses again. So that's got to feel a little weird. That's a really rough week for Frezzar so far. So next match we're going to be having is going to be RDU versus Dog. That's exactly the next match that's coming up. One player is 0-3, RDU from Team Nihilum having a really tough time in the league, and Dog having an amazing time, 3-0. It's going to be a good game for RDU. He needs to get himself back in the mindset, or at least, just getting a single win would be a really nice thing for him psychologically, just knowing that he's still in the game. Sometimes it comes down to really bad draws, because he is a solid player, we know that much.
Yeah, well, the tides will turn at some point. Yep. Okay, so we were jumping to the break, after the break.
10 minutes, then RDU versus Dog, Kinguin Pro League, don't go anywhere.